Hey guys, my name is Matt, and I've had the opportunity to use this Titan Fitness flat bench for about 7 months, and I would like to give you my impressions and my 2 cents as to whether you should consider this bench for your own home gym. Alright, so let's get going. So let's talk about the good things about this bench. First of all, the dimensions are great. It's 17 inches from the top of the pad to the ground. It's made out of 3x3 steel. It's got a 12-inch wide pad, and it's 48 inches long. So it's right inside of the IPF specs. It's a great height for most people to set up their bench arch with and get nice and stiff and be able to plant their feet and use leg drive. Other good things about it, it has very nice inline wheels, so it's easy to move around. It's also got rubber feet that do not slip, especially on rubber flooring, but they also don't slip on the wood floor that you see here. So it's nice. I can use leg drive and I'm not going to worry about pushing the bench around. The handle is easy to grab, it's easy to pick up and move around. Now, let's talk about some of the meh. So first of all, Titan says this bench weighs 52 pounds. This bench right here in my house does not weigh 52 pounds. It weighs about 41 pounds. And I'll show you here in a scale here in 1 second. Okay, I don't have a fancy scale, so we're just going to use this bathroom scale to measure the weight of this bench. And here we go. I have to balance it just enough, but there you go. See, 42 pounds. And it might be a little less than that because I think I had to push down just a little bit just to keep it from falling over. Alright, just to show you that this scale is accurate enough, here we are, we're going to rekey it. Now, this is a 20 kilogram weightlifting bar. Or Olympic lifting bar, so it should weigh 44 pounds, which it does. Okay, for any naysayers who might think I'm cheating this, here we are. You'll get to see exactly how I weighed it. Alright, we put it on top, and sit it down on there. Just balance it, and this time we only come up with 40.2 pounds. Alright, I'm definitely not holding it up as much as I am just balancing it. There we go, it weighs again 40.2 pounds. What I can say for sure is it's not 52 pounds. Now, the steel, although it is 3x3 and it is well welded by Titan standards, if you take a look here, you'll see overall the welds are pretty clean. Up here, did get a little bit of damage from shipping. I don't really care about that. Overall, the bench is well made by Titan standards. It also only has 2 bolt points, 2 bolts on either side of the leg. The rest is a single welded piece, so it is pretty strong. Now, as would be obvious from the weight, there's probably some question as to whether this is 11, 12, maybe 14 gauge steel. It feels thin. It also sounds thin. If we compare it here, for example, this is 11 gauge steel and we just tap it, and then you listen to here, you see it's very different. Did you hear that little ring at the end? Versus here, where it's dead. It doesn't continue to ring very long. There's no doubt, because this deadlift jack weighs about half of what this bench does. That bench is not 11 gauge. Now, will it still hold 1,000 pounds? I don't know. If you're benching less than 405, I don't think you have any issues. I've never felt unstable on it as far as the frame goes. I've never felt any flexion in the frame. Never had any reason to doubt it. But just something to be aware of. Now, secondly, the vinyl is fairly thin. Now, you can see it wrinkles a little bit here. That's normal. And it is textured. However, it's very slick. I don't have any concern about the vinyl tearing, but what I do have a concern about is how easy it is for me to slide on here. This embroidered logo doesn't help things either, and it's starting to show that it's just a little bit dirty. This is going to be really, really difficult to maintain a good look on. Now, more importantly, above this 3/4 inch piece of plywood here, there is no glue between the pad. Now, can you see? I don't know if you can see how much this moves. If we look side to side here, you can see the pad shifting. Now, That's probably not going to take away from my bench too much. However, I can tell you that I can feel that, especially when I'm setting up. As I'm getting my shoulders tight and I'm trying to get into a good arch, I can feel that pad moving. I've also had to use a device like this. This one comes from Mark Bell. It's basically just a piece of rubber flooring, really, really thin stuff. It's like, I don't know, maybe 1/16 of an inch thick rubber flooring as a grip aid. Not my favorite grip aid, but it definitely works. So overall, I think it's a decent bench. I paid just over $100 for it. I bought it on Black Friday. It included shipping. So at that price, I can't complain too much. However, I do think that given that I want to keep my gear for a long time, the extra 50 to 80 bucks it might have cost me to buy something from Rogue, Rep Fitness, Vulcan, American Barbell, GetRx, you name it, any of those suppliers that's going to be built a little bit stronger and have a better pad would have been worthwhile. So is it right for you? Well, if you're not benching a ton of weight, you need a modestly lightweight bench, and the dimensions fit you well, which they should fit most people well, this is a decent option. If you're going to keep it for a long time, you bench more weight, probably should be looking at something a little bit better than this one from Titan Fitness. So is this bench right for you? I don't know, you'll have to decide. It's pretty inexpensive, and it's okay, but it's not great. And if it was me, and it is me, I'm going to upgrade to something a little better than this. For you though, you'll have to make that decision. Alright, more reviews coming soon. See you later. Bye.